Hello, friends. This is Tom from Sweet Engine, and I am here today to talk about our RPM unit statistics. If you look on my screen, you'll see I've got an RPM unit card up, and that unit card represents the piece of equipment itself that you're either renting, selling, or servicing. So this happens to be a Caterpillar 420E backhoe. Now, in RPM, we aggregate all the data that gets posted against our units and we display them for you in our statistics. So this could be transactions from rentals, service, purchases, sales, etc. Looking at this screen, we provide you with a lot of valuable information that can help you to make better decisions about your equipment and what you want to do with it, such as looking at its utilization. What is it this period, last year, this year? Total amount here, 44% for this particular piece of equipment. We track all the revenue that goes into this unit. So here, like I mentioned before, rental revenue, service revenue, and so forth. So here in the rental revenue, we see that I've got 89,000 and change. I could drill down and get to some source ledger entries, our unit cost and revenue ledger entries. This gives us a lot of great detail, such as, what's the billing code? This was billed 28 days in advance from 6/12 to 7/9. And there's my unit price. And here's my contract that it came from. We give you quick access to get back to the posted document, which is the posted RPM invoice, as well as back to the source document here, which would end up being the contract. Looking deeper at this, we capture all the charge revenue that might have been associated for that contract for this particular unit. Any meter revenue, which would represent excess usage on your equipment, such as maybe charging them for excess hours that they used on it. And then, of course, we've got our service revenue. That would be for if we charged a customer for the work that we did. And drilling down into the service revenue, you can see that we have a lot of different types of transactions now. These are all inventory items that we might have put into the unit, technician time, etc. And then we capture, of course, the work order, giving you quick access to get back to that from that source document as well. So there's our revenue side of things. And then if we scroll farther down, we have our cost side. So the cost side will capture costs from a purchase. So let's say you bought this unit and there was a delivery fee or something that was attached to that, or shipping, it would capture under that section. The charge cost would be any of the charges associated with that unit on our contract. Service cost goes back to the service revenue entries. If I drill into there, you'll see now we've got the cost revenue ledger entries for those same transactions. So you can see those costs here. We also have a unit cost. If I, let's say, hired an outside vendor to perform that work, here we'll capture that. You can see this came from a purchase voucher. They serviced the lower crane on this particular piece of equipment for us and charged us for that work. And then lastly, we have the depreciation expense. If you're storing your units as assets in the system, we will automatically integrate with those, capturing those depreciation expenses here that got posted against it, because it is a cost against that unit. So we take our total revenue, we subtract out our total cost here, giving you then at the bottom a margin and an ROI percentage. So this helps you to make better decisions on what you want to do with that equipment and when. Lastly, while we display all this for this individual unit on screen with drill down capability, we also have a report called the RPM Unit Margin Report, which you could see side by side all of this same data except for in a printed report format. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you go ahead and check out some of our other videos out there. Have a great day.